The U.S. and Iran remain in a stalemate over the situation in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, sources tell CBS News that Tehran's latest peace proposal offers to reopen the vital waterway to commercial shipping if the U.S. ends its blockage of Iranian ports. But the offer apparently includes no concessions on Iran's nuclear program. For more on this, we're joined by CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio in our London newsroom. All right, so Ramy, break down what this latest proposal says, because this is pretty costly right now for both sides, this standoff.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of the economics of it and politically, too, Kelly, the latest we're hearing right now is that President Trump is not happy with this latest Iranian proposal. And that pretty much means that the Strait of Hormuz will stay blockaded as it is. Checking the price of oil right now, it's hovering between $111, $112 a barrel. This is the highest that it's been in about a month. Again, this is a barometer of anxiety right now as this war carries on. And we also really, I would say, shouldn't be shocked at the president's reaction here, because he had telegraphed already that he wanted Iran's nuclear program on the table as well from the get-go in this war. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, also said that he wanted this. He was on Fox News yesterday. He said that there was no doubt in his mind that if the Iranian regime as it stands still exists, that they will decide at some future point that they want a nuclear weapon still. Here's more.
The Straits is basically the equivalent of an economic nuclear weapon that they're trying to use against the world. And they're bragging about it. They're putting up billboards in Tehran bragging about how they can hold 25% or 20% of the world's energy hostage. Imagine if those same people had access to a nuclear weapon.
And on top of that, the White House also wants to address Iran's ballistic missile program, its support of regional proxies, in particular Hezbollah in Lebanon. But right now, Kelly, any breakthrough really between the U.S. and Iran appear even more distant.
Okay, so you brought up the price of oil. I want to stay on that because we're hearing that the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, has announced it's leaving OPEC. Of course, that is the sort of big conglomerate oil-producing countries all deciding to increase or decrease output in unison. This is a pretty big deal, and I'm glad that I have you because you used to work at Bloomberg. You're very deep into this. Tell us what this could mean for the price of oil, how significant this is.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to make this simple, basically this could put downward pressure on the price of oil. Now, that sounds like good news with oil, as I've just been saying, $111, $112 a barrel, highest in a month. It could make oil prices cheaper because OPEC basically controls prices. And we know that President Trump, over something like the past decade, 15 years, has been saying that they have been ripping people off with the ability to set those prices. But right now, because OPEC is losing this founding member, basically, it could decrease the price of oil. And importantly, in a statement that we've actually just gotten, I'm just going to read this to you here, the UAE will continue to gradually and thoughtfully increase production. Again, more oil flowing into the world means the price could drop. I say could, though, Kelly, because the catch to this is the Strait of Hormuz, right? It's still blocked. It will stay blocked until a ceasefire is found. So any kind of respite or any lower oil prices will only happen if a ceasefire actually happens first.
Yeah, really interesting. Certainly a perceived win for President Trump, them leaving, and also potentially lower oil prices. And good for them to focus on their own economy. All right, Ramy, thank you.
You bet.